For the last 8 months, we've been keeping a little secret from you guys.
Don't worry, this is battery driven and we are mainly using solar from our panels on the chateau roof.
What do you call this shoddy workmanship, Philip?
I call this a couple of millimeters. This is the perfect size for a utility room, and also it doubles as a swimming pool for the children.
And yes, before everyone starts to comment, it is green. My name is Anna. I'm an English former fashion and textile designer. I moved to Paris aged 23 to work for the French couture house Baumann, and stayed for the croissants, the wine, and of course for Philip, a filmmaker from the South Tyrolean Alps. After 10 amazing years, getting married, buying and renovating 2 homes, and having 2 babies, we decided city life was no longer for us. Philip had been dreaming of buying a chateau since the day we met, and finally convinced me to start looking. We came to visit Chateau Gonville-sur-Honfleur. Despite being in quite poor condition and needing a complete renovation, we immediately fell in love. With a tight budget, we had no choice but to do most of the renovations by ourselves. We're learning new skills as we go, building muscles we never knew we had, and getting creative to make the chateau as personal as possible whilst preserving its historic features. It's all part of this crazy family adventure, and we wouldn't change it for anything. 11 months ago, we were sat at this exact table making our very first vlog. It was the midst of a global pandemic and we were cut off from the world, from our family and our friends. Then Philip had this crazy idea.
Actually, I had the idea of making a vlog right at the beginning of our renovation work. But Anna thought it's not a good idea because nobody would be interested in seeing people renovating a chateau. So we gave up on that idea, created an Instagram instead, which is very good and you should check it out. But then the pandemic made us change our minds. It's not even a year in that this channel exists. And this week, we just hit 100,000 subscribers. And we can't believe it.
Yeah, we are really unprepared.
Well, we planned some things. We said, well, if we ever hit 100,000, we could do this and this. But it happened really fast. And the reason for this, I think, is that one of our old videos became somehow viral. And a lot of people watched it and subscribed to the channel.
We don't know, what are we supposed to do to mark the occasion? We had ideas, but...
Yeah, but we haven't prepared for that, so should we have a party, the 2 of us?
Just the 2 of us.
Should we invite people? What should we do? Can you give us a tip? Leave us in the comments an idea what to do. We are helpless.
Basically, we just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for watching and subscribing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for being with us for so long and hopefully for many more years and many more adventures.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Really.
Love you.
Love you. I just want to say, a couple of months ago I was still driving an old Toyota, and now, thanks to YouTube and thanks to you subscribers, I have this.
Did you put in the luggage?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Here you go, my friend. Oh. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You're welcome. Thank you.
For the last 8 months, we've been keeping a little secret from you guys. We did a renovation of a guest washroom downstairs, but we were filmed for the UK TV show Chateau DIY, and we promised them not to reveal it before it had aired on UK TV. I'm really excited because yesterday it finally aired, and now I can show you the room. It's just down here. Prior to starting our YouTube channel, we had to do some major works right here because when we bought the chateau, there was a downstairs toilet and shower room. They'd removed these beautiful 18th century doors, so we knew that that was something we wanted to change. We have the back kitchen just off here, and that's where we decided to split up the space, and we made Philip's office, our laundry room, and this guest bathroom. So here it is. This room never existed until we got Alexi, our lovely favourite plasterboard man, in to help us build these walls. And once we had the shell here, it obviously looked very bland, very modern. And so we knew that we needed to do something to make it feel that it existed in this space within the chateau. We had the idea to get Benoit in, and he did a great job putting in this beautiful paneling so that it ties in with the paneling in the rest of the chateau. And then we found this original 100-year-old sink and taps, which are beautiful. They were in the only bathroom upstairs, and we knew that this would be the perfect thing to bring a little bit of history into this room. We did restore them, but they do need a little bit of a clean again. I was actually using this sink as my temporary paintbrush cleaning station, so this poor sink suffered a little bit.
I think one of the most outstanding features in this room are the light fittings.
Yes, they're beautiful. So I have to say, Philip did an amazing job sourcing these on our favourite website, Le Bon Coin.
Because generally you also get the credit for everything.
Yeah.
But the light fittings, I found them.
You've definitely got a good eye for furniture and fittings. So they came second hand. I don't remember how much they cost, but they weren't that expensive. I think maybe 100 euros or something like that.
60 euros, both of them.
Good job, Philip.
Yes.
The inspiration for the mural actually came from you, because you made a beautiful documentary about the Pompeii frescoes, and I was very inspired by those Roman frescoes and all that botanical feel. Obviously, I had to transform the Italian orange trees into Normandy apple trees.
I still think it looks a little bit like an orange tree with apples.
I know, Philip, you would like me to bring some orange into every room, but it's just not going to happen, okay?
I just tried.
And yes, before everyone starts to comment, it is green. But I have a very good excuse. We did this room on a very tight budget. So basically everything in this room was restored and repurposed for things that we found in the chateau itself or that we sourced secondhand.
Also the mirror, the beautiful mirror, we found it in the attic.
Yeah, this is a beautiful Venetian mirror.
It's called Venetian mirror. It's not because it's from Venice. Well, who knows, but this type of mirror is called Venetian mirror here in France.
I had so much green paint left over from all the decorating and loads of testers, and I was trying to do it on a budget, so I was being very resourceful.
And Anna, what's the technique that you use to do this?
Well, the idea was to make a kind of dégradé effect. So down at the bottom, the paneling is very dark green, and then I did a light green wash as a base, and then I did a darker green wash, so you can see that it kind of fades out towards the top of the room. And then I worked on top of that to build up my botanical scene.
This room also has a dark secret though.
Philip, I thought we weren't going to show them.
Anna, it's for YouTube, we owe them the truth.
Okay. This is the reality of doing TV. I ran out of time and I didn't manage to finish painting the back of the door or this corner or the top around the window. But, you know, it looked good on camera, so that's what matters, right?
And when are we going to finish this?
Maybe this winter.
Another winter project.
Yeah, this is definitely a project for finishing so that we can finally open it up and let our guests use it.
But that's not all, Anna. It gets worse.
A plain white toilet. Looking very sad. Definitely needs some work.
Do you have an idea for the color already, Anna?
Do I continue the green theme? And do I continue the mural, or do I just go green? Or do I do something completely different? What do you guys think? Right, Philip. You've revealed my secret, so now I'm going to show you yours.
What?
What is this?
What is what?
This carpentry skills. What do you call this shoddy workmanship, Philip?
I call this a couple of millimeters.
I can fit my whole hand in there, look.
Well, I think the sink was shorter than I expected, that's the problem.
Or maybe you just should have measured again.
When Benoit comes next time, he's going to fix it. He saw it already, by the way. And also, speaking of bathrooms, have you seen what arrived?
No.
Our new sink for the utility room.
And why is it hiding in the evening salon?
It's not hiding, it's just parking there because it's a little bit on the bigger side. Actually, it's very big.
Okay. Should I be worried?
Maybe. It does look very big for a sink, and it's also so heavy that you can't carry it by yourself. Do you really want to see it?
Yes. Philip, That is massive.
This is the perfect size for a utility room, and also it doubles as a swimming pool for the children.
Yeah, I can see that.
Look, it comes with a lot of accessories and instructions.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a sink that big. And you're sure that you measured, Philip?
This sink is the perfect size for every utility room, especially in chateaus. Congratulations for purchasing this sink. You've done the right thing.
Yeah.
What's that? Invoice. I was wondering why it was so expensive. It was like 200 euros. But, can I explain? Being so big, we don't need a work surface or anything, so it will sit inside a cupboard, and around here and here there will be tiles, and that's perfect, and it's approved by Benoit. Now the only question is it really 90 centimeters? And are 90 centimeters the right measurements for the remaining space in the cupboard? But that's something we will find out in one of the next videos. I'm very excited because Chantal, our landscape designer, is coming this afternoon. We're going to work on the front garden here. We are deciding on the final layout of the hedge planting. She came already up with a design when she was here last time. Then I explained to her how I intend to transfer her design onto the landscape, and then she said she would prefer to come and do it by herself. I don't know why, but why not? It's her job, she's good at it. Before she comes, I need to clean this area, because look, it's full of leaves everywhere. We haven't cleaned this area for more than a week. You can see this. Can you see this? Look. It's not possible to make any design decisions on a ground like this, full of leaves. So I'm gonna blow the leaves with my leaf blower, and I'm sure you will enjoy watching me blowing leaves with my leaf blower. And after this you can write in the comments whether you think I've done a good blow work in the garden on the leaves. And if you're like me, environmentally conscious, don't worry, this is battery driven, and we are mainly using solar from our panels on the chateau roof. It's also almost noiseless, which is good for the neighbors. Now, to make this leaf blowing even more interesting, I came up with an idea which is, I think, unique in the history of cinema verite style leaf blowing garden documentaries. And this is a first person view, leaf blower first person view GoPro camera. Ingenious. This might become Oscar material. This is exactly in the axis of the door, and this is what's gonna guide us for the first hedge here.
Here we're trying to get this axis here for the edge of the hedge, and over there where Chantal is, so that we have a nice straight line.
So we're gonna produce a shape like this.
An
arch and two straight bits. The straight bits here, the arch here. It's not just decorative, it's also to prevent the cars who are coming down the alley to shine the spotlight into our living room, which could happen in the night. And once the hedge is here, this will not happen anymore.
Now we're just trying to define where we're going to make the curve here.
I'm just running around like a chicken.
You don't know what to do.
No, I want to help her, she's doing everything.
Yeah.
Avec l'idée que de l'autre côté, près des bambous, j'ai un rappel qui fasse ici comme une porte.
So the suggestion is to continue this hedge a little bit on the other side of the driveway, so it becomes almost like a door, which I love.
Je pense que ça allait bien. The major difficulty we have is that we just don't have a symmetrical chateau.
Est-ce que ça vous dérange pas si c'est pas symétrique?
Non.
Non.
Non, non. Non,
D'autant plus que le château n'est pas symétrique.
Voilà, rien n'est symétrique,
Oui,
donc à un moment donné, il faut faire un choix.
Oui.
Et c'est vrai qu'ici,
Oui.
ce qui compte, c'est un petit peu l'harmonie dans l'axe là.
Oui.
Et après, on aura besoin de gérer peut-être ici un bosquet ou quelque chose.
Directement sur la... Oui.
De ce côté-là.
Oui.
So Philip has gone into the house and he's going to look out of the window to check the height of the hedge that we're going to need here.
Pour voir si on monte ou pas la haie dans la partie centrale.
Ok.
Donc je pense que...
Dans ce cas, est-ce qu'on n'a pas intérêt à occulter la partie centrale et à faire 2 fenêtres de chaque côté là? Pour donner un peu d'ouverture.
Dans l'axe avec une fenêtre.
Ouais.
This will become the window. There's another window there. And here, the hedge up to here. Window here.
Là.
Et on plante en une rangée ou plusieurs rangées?
On est sur des ifs là. Hein.
Oui.
Ah non, il faut planter une rangée.
Une rangée, oui.
Ah oui. C'est
Et les
largement.
spécimens...
Après, c'est une question de coût. Hein.
Oui.
Bon, vous allez... Il faut trouver c'est quand même des ifs qui soient déjà bien larges, bien étoffés.
Oui.
Même s'ils ne sont pas très hauts, qu'ils ne soient pas trop fins.
Oui.
La première année, il faudra faire un bon arrosage, faire un apport de bons terreaux. Après, le nif, il n'est pas compliqué. Hein.
Oui.
Mais il faut au moins qu'il démarre. Et la seule chose qu'il n'aime pas, c'est l'humidité l'hiver.
Ok.
Donc, il n'aime pas avoir les pieds dans l'eau. Ici, on n'a pas de crainte. Il faut être sûr qu'au bout, là-bas,
Ah oui,
l'eau s'évacue.
Ah oui, d'accord.
C'est le fond de tranchée qu'il faut vérifier.
D'accord.
Il ne faut pas mettre de drainage, non.
Pour réfléchir comment planter autour ou planter en même temps, on plante rien pour l'instant.
Moi je pense que vous faites les structures.
Faites les structures et puis l'année prochaine on voit ce qui ça donne. Ok.
Philip's quickly going to get some bamboo from the bamboo forest.
I'm gonna prepare some of the bamboo sticks because Chantal is gonna take hers home, of course. So it's not something we are short of.
It's quite handy that we have them quite just here.
It's perfect. But that's why they had them in the first place, in a garden like this. They were useful historically for plenty of things. Just they grow a bit too much here. I literally can see the hedge already in place. It's going to be perfect. I'm really excited.
Me too. Because we've been waiting for this for a while, haven't we?
So since we are here, we want to do something with this.
episode, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. For exclusive videos and behind the scenes updates, have a look at our Patreon page. Thank you so much for watching.